Hide. Get cover. A drone.
Rusik and his unit aren't just threatened from the air. They're so close to the Russians, they can see them without so much as a pair of binoculars. Their brigade helped to drive the Russians out of Kiev at the start of the war. That was a rapid and clear success, but this is different. They've been here for months.
What you see isn't the counteroffensive yet. You'll know it when you see it. For now, we're just testing them, looking for their weak spots. The full-scale offensive is still ahead of us.
The slow progress, Rusik tells me, is intentional. The Russians have had months to dig ditches and lay mines. Ukraine, he says, isn't willing to risk the kind of casualties his men inflicted on Russia's Wagner mercenaries.
They just tried to overwhelm us with bodies. It was just like World War II. They would just keep coming. We would hit one and another two would follow. You down two and another four of them come up behind. Our machine guns ran hot. They weren't even wearing helmets or body armor. All they had were their guns.
Many of these men have been fighting since the very first days of this war. I asked Rusik when he last saw his family.
I took my son to his first day at school. That was one time. Then my wife was in hospital with appendicitis. That was my second time. The third time I got 5 days off. And today, I'm heading back to Kyiv for my cousin's funeral. He was killed fighting near Luhansk.
Another day, and with another unit somewhere else in the Donetsk region. These men know their lives depend on every bit of training they get. Just a few days before we meet, these soldiers had pushed the Russian army back by almost a kilometre. It was these soldiers' very first time storming well-defended enemy positions.
No one spoke a word. I think we were all just scared. It's all about taking that first step out of the armored vehicle. After that, we were on autopilot. It all just happened. We were just relieved when we got into their trenches, to know that we'd avoided their mines, and they were definitely there. God decided that it was not our time.
This is the village of Neskuchne, or what's left of it. One of a handful of places Ukrainian forces have retaken in recent weeks. Life is so dangerous here, it's one of the few places no one's coming back to. Being out in the open, visible to drones, is risky. The military van won't start. But then we're on our way. These men are fighting a painstaking battle, one village at a time. Their lives are already quite literally on the line. They tell us they're not willing to take even more risks just to meet deadlines set by faraway allies.
Subscribe to OneIndia channel and never miss an update.